second, we're going to talk to you about our mobile phone application. Come on, why so shy? So our idea is, we know that in Cambodia that currently there is no mobile phone application addressing sexual health. We also know that young Cambodians are becoming more sexually active, but due to cultural issues, stigma, taboos, it's very difficult for them to talk about sexual health with their peers, with their family, and to access information. They may not want to go to their service, there may not be a service, they may not know where to go. So our idea, and also we want to develop this mobile phone application which will have information about sexual health as an entry point for youth who may potentially be at risk of sexual exploitation. Because we feel that having a mobile phone application that's simply just about human trafficking may not be attractive and interesting for young people. So we feel this is a sort of backdoor way that we can access to youth who might be at risk. So we raise awareness about sexual behaviour, provide information on STI symptoms and how to prevent STIs. We will also have GPS and hotline information, so they can look at the mobile phone application and tell them where is the closest place to them that they can go and get a service. And it will be a free mobile phone application that people can download. And we also feel that this could be used for youth, but also relevant for a more broader audience. So it could also be used for youth NGOs, it could be used for outreach workers working in the field as well. Yeah, so organisations people could use it are youth organisations working on sexual health issues and sexual exploitation issues. The way we feel we could promote this application is, again, through these different NGO channels, but also through key events that target youth. We could promote it through media such as Lepamwood, which is very popular with youth. We could have booths displayed in hotspots where young people are located. Could be outside garment factories, could be universities, schools, and working with local media, so newspapers, magazines, again, BBC Media Action, perhaps on their Lepamwood site as well. And so the mobile phone app, obviously it will look a little bit different to this, but this is the main menu. So you'll have, the first entry point is about healthy sexual life. So the entry point, I guess, about human trafficking is looking at what's a healthy sexual life, what's a healthy sexual relationship, and getting youth to think about what's a positive sexual relationship, it should be safe, looking at communication, what's not a safe sexual relationship is an abusive situation, exploitative, might lead to trafficking. Then we'll have another option on the menu where we'll talk about general STDs, so you can see your general information. Then we'll break it down to men and women and different general information, and then a self-assessment so they can look at different types of symptoms they might be having, and then what general recommendations. It will not be telling people who have this is how you should treat yourself, it will be recommending them to go and seek treatment. And the same for the women, it'll be self-assessment, signs and symptoms, and then a recommendation for where to go to get a service. And then also we'll have the GPS so that they can find on a map close to them where the services are located. And these will be services for sexual health, but it will also be services for women and men who might potentially be at risk for human trafficking or sexual exploitation. So this is a more detailed of how the mobile phone application will look when looking at the signs and symptoms. So history of unsafe sex. So 2 weeks ago, this particular person had sex without a condom. And then some of the signs and symptoms. The first one might be, and this will be simplified into more, I think, user-friendly language. So the first one will be like a wart or a pain of the genitals somewhere. And then they might also have a skin rash or something like that in their body. And so then, as a result of this, it might identify that potentially it's syphilis. We won't say it's definitely, we will say to them, you are showing signs that you could have this problem. We then recommend you go see a service provider. And that's it. So I think there is some limitations into, I guess, not everyone has a smartphone, admittedly, but we're also seeing in Cambodia 90% of people have a mobile phone. I think it's around 20% of these currently are smartphones, but we're seeing that increasing. But we also know that there's a lot of sharing of mobile phones in Cambodia. So we know that a lot of people have a smartphone in their family, so they might share it with their other family members, their relatives, people in their community, their neighbours. We're thinking if it's garment factory workers in their dormitory, perhaps entertainment workers might show it with their friends, students might show it amongst their friends as well. But I agree it is only a smartphone and not everyone will have a smartphone. But we're hoping that it can be used more broadly through that kind of sharing mechanism.
Thank you, group number 2.